Hey,
Hello,
everybody.
everyone.
Howdy.
Howdy, 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 howdy. How y'all
How are you
doing?
doing this Easter weekend?
Doing well. How about you,
Not bad. How's Jeremy?
I am
Jeremy?
fighting off the allergies, but I'm doing good.
Yeah, Jeremy was doing all kinds of sneezing and stuff before we started.
It was not. I'm hoping I'm over that for a minute.
Yeah. So before we get started, I just wanted to say that I'm not going to do anything tonight. I'm going to show you what I've been doing, and I do have some files to give away. And I may not make the whole live stream because of having to sit up like I am. So just wanted to let you know that in advance. But Jeremy and Patrick are going to be here for the whole 90 minutes. And how's everybody doing tonight? I see we got over 100 people already with us tonight. That's great to hear.
Cool.
And
Nice.
hopefully, I'm going to switch real quickly to the comments because usually we're going to get comments like, oh, hey, we can't hear you. Okay.
What?
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 Wait, we can't hear any of you guys. What's going on?
I can't. I cannot. I can't hear any of the comments.
I can't hear any of the comments either.
No, I can't. What's going on?
Thank you all for all of the well wishes in there. Like I said, I'm not going to probably make it through the whole night tonight, but I'm going to do my best. Probably an hour or so. It's just been a rough couple of weeks for me. So this surgery was a lot worse than the last one. They went from C to T and fused everything and put in new parts and everything else. And geez, I don't know. Apparently, it's going to be a longer recovery than I was hoping for. And my back feels fine, actually. It's just that the sciatica was never addressed by doing the surgery. So it's rough, but we got to do what we got to do. So anyway,
You feel like you set up and stand more straight with all that fused, or can you tell a difference?
Everything sort of feels fine. I'm still in the brace. I still have the brace on, and I'm still using the saddle chair. You know, it's more comfortable than any other type of chair. But I don't really feel the difference because the sciatica hurts so much. You know, but I think the back part, you know, all of the fusion and parts and stuff they put in, I think that all went fine. So I don't want to take up the whole stream with that. You know, I know we got a bunch of people here. Probably some of them don't even know me. So
Are you guys seeing comments populate in the streaming software?
Yeah,
because mine's stuck. The latest one was 2 minutes ago.
Yep, 7 seconds ago.
Yeah, it looks like it's still rolling. Hey, Jack. Hey. Yeah.
Hey.
Yep. Thank you, Jerry. Yeah, so we're not going to look at the comments right now. We're going to talk about what we've been doing. And I have been coming out to the shop. You know, I can't stay in bed or sit on the couch 24 hours a day. So I have been coming out every day, you know, for a half hour at a time or whatever. And hey, Patrick, welcome to the live stream.
Hey, my browser was out of sync for some reason. Now comments are rolling again, and I can see all of them.
Okay, sounds good.
Strange when it does that.
So yeah. I guess I'll start tonight what I've been doing. So let me get into full screen here. So first off, something that I'm not sharing with you yet tonight, I'm going to do a video on this. But I took some of my true flat plywood, which is pre-finished, and I wanted to do a test. So I did these 10 commandments because I wanted to, I did just a very light engraving on this to see how I could paint fill this without masking. So I know masking is the easy way, you know, to do it. But over here, it didn't come out so great where it says the 10. But I perfected it by the time I got to commandments on the other side, as you can see. And I just used a acrylic paint pen to do this. And the only trick to this was doing, when I got to here, it started coming out fine. COM, I just did 3 letters, waited about 15 seconds for it to absorb into the MDF in the middle, and then washed it off. So on this side, you'll see there's a lot of staining. I'm not sure if you probably can't see that in the video, but
Yeah, it's
there's
a little foggy.
yeah, there's a lot of staining over here. So the trick was just do 3 letters at a time, and you can see how great that came out. So this was just a test project. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use the backside to do the final project. So now that I've got that down, so that was one thing that I did over the course of a day. And this I'm going to do a video on, so you guys can see this one in the future. But what I'm doing tonight is this. So, or actually, I've done it. I'm not actually going to do a project tonight because that would mean I have to keep getting up and down, and that wouldn't work too well for me tonight. So, this is something that I did for my wife last Sunday, and just put this out on the table. And I was just telling the guys that I'm really shocked that it's still working. You know, like 16 hours a day for the whole week on 2 AA batteries. It's incredible. Now I did get the size of the acrylic wrong, so it doesn't actually fit into that holder, into that LED light holder. So it's sort of like sitting in there at an angle. But I just picked the wrong acrylic. I picked the 2mm instead of the 3.5, which is what it needed to fit in there. And then I didn't make the base long enough. But that's all something you got to take your own measurements on anyway. And so here is the LightBurn file, and this is what my files are going to be tonight. Is this art library right here with these files in it, and I'll cover these really quickly, and then we'll move on to Patrick. So here is what I just showed you, and as you can see, everything's mirrored. You know, it's reversed. It's ready to go. The only thing you have to do is get rid of the outside red cut line and do your own. And that's really very, very simple to do. You just take and offset this. You don't really want to draw a circle. You just want to offset this blue. I have this in offset fill, which made it look really cool, made it whiter than the rest. So just offset this by, 0 or 1 millimeter. I think I did it by 1 millimeter, if I'm not mistaken. And we'll pretend like we just offset it, right? So there we go. That's offset. And then the only other thing you want to do is measure your slot right here. Pretend like that's the slot. And let me actually put this into wireframe so you can see it better. So then you just need to measure your slot and bring it up there, and then just line these up like that and click weld, and you've got your new outer cut. So that's really, really simple to do. I'm going to get rid of these now. And I do have one that I marked wood, but I forgot to take off the outer cut. So the only thing I would do here is just go ahead and select that red layer and delete it, and delete it, and delete it, and delete it. I'm hitting the delete key and nothing's happening. Anyway, why is that? I'm going to select it then. No. Sometimes LightBurn does some weird stuff. There we go. So the only thing on the wood is I would delete that one, delete this one. I could have simply dragged over both of them, put this into fill again so you can see what it actually looks like, and then just size it. So now you can, it already is grouped, so that's good. So you'll see the size of this one is only 3x4. So I would probably want to make this like something like 10, like that. And then maybe put a circle around it, and maybe put a base or something like that. But anyway, so that's that one. And then I've got the cross over here. So this is just a basic cross for wood. And let me come back over to here and show you the basic cross, because it actually looks pretty good all by itself. So there is the basic cross, and this again, these are just prototypes, so I didn't have this set up to
Well, that looks
do
good.
it to do a dark burn or anything like that. So this was just a prototype to see how it would come out. So that's the cross by itself, and then the only thing you would need to do is put the outer cut layer on it, and I've also included that here. So this is the outer cut layer, as you can see, and my keyboard is not working in LightBurn for some reason. So there we've got the cross, there we've got the outer cut. Really all you have to do is just bullseye the two like that, and you're ready to do your settings, and that's about it. Now, here's one other thing. Disregard this one, please. So this one, just disregard. I'll try and update the package. What I was trying to do here, when I was going for a 2-layer, and I didn't finish the prototyping. So I'll show you real quickly what happened here. Here it is. So I need to do a lot more cutouts on this. And what I did was I cut out the back layer, and see there's just too much wood there, too much wood on the top, and some of these parts were too small, that didn't drop out perfectly, and a lot of these over here are too small where you can't see the red behind it. So I'm going to revamp all of this and put more of this type of design over on the left and right side, top and bottom. The bottom I'm just going to redesign. So I'm going to redesign this one and try and get this up in the next week or so. All I'm going to do is just replace the package that's at the LMR right now. So let me come back here. And there goes Patrick making all that noise.
All right.
There we go. So
Noise canceling should get it.
So those are my files for tonight. And like I said, you got to just bear with me. Working on that cross took me a long time, probably 2 weeks of laying in bed with my laptop, but it's still got a little ways to go for the 2-layer one. I think the cross came out beautiful, but the 2-layer one has got a little ways to go. And like I said, in the next week, maybe 2, I'll just replace the whole package that's underneath the video, and then on lasermakersrealm.com. So by the way, if you want, the package is ready for download for all of our files underneath the video. So under my video on YouTube, Patrick's on his channel, Jeremy on his channel, and at lasermakersrealm.com. You can download the zip package now. I know a lot of people were having issues with the lasers.icu website about somehow it being reported as a phishing site or something like that. So I moved it to hguide.us. It shouldn't be a problem now. So just go ahead and download the file if you want to follow along tonight. So let's switch over to Patrick. Patrick, what do you got going on for tonight?
All right. Let me see. Just going to do one thing here. All right. We have a giveaway tonight. I was playing around with the 3D printer, and we're going to give away Laser Maker's Realm keychains.
Very cool.
That is so cool.
I love that.
Took the logo and tweaked it, and then used the bamboo to make some cool little keychains. So I have 3 of those that we'll give away this evening.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'll show you another one.
Show me another one.
I made a cross, and then I put a flag in it, and then I got my image of it, and
made a
keychain out of it.
I love that one. That's very cool.
And then what's going to be coming up as a freebie for our next live stream, but I'm also going to do a video on this, I took that cross and decided, I wonder if I can do something neat with it.
Nice.
That's beautiful.
So it's cut out with wood. However, this isn't paint. It's actually vinyl, where I got that vinyl cutter. I used the vinyl cutter to cut that out and then added it right over top of the wood. And it has done a great job.
Nice. I never even would have thought of that.
I wasn't sure if it would work and turn out okay or not. As you can see, it's getting a little smoky in there.
You have your extraction on?
Oh, yeah. No, I didn't. I just put it on.
Oh, okay.
I did that the other day. Smoked me out.
It looks like
we've all done that before. And then I was at work at the pharmacy. It was last week. And we have one of those 365-day calendars where each day you peel off, like a Post-it note, you peel off a sheet. Yeah. And they had a saying that said, be bold or italic, never regular. And then had like the bold letters and the italic letters. And I thought, that's really cool.
That is cool.
I ended up making these 2 little plaques that you could make and put on the wall.
You have a finished version? I know you did one already, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I was behind him as he was reaching over there, turning his air on.
Yeah, that's cool. I like it.
Yeah.
Okay, now this one's done with the letters and all the fancy frame engraved. What I'm going to do tonight... Yes, I painted the wood. Let's go. So what I'm going to do tonight, instead of doing this graphic as is, I'm going to hit Control D and duplicate that circle and then just adjust it down. And I'm going to do the inverse of it. So I'm going to do the inverse. Yeah, I'm just going to do, it's going to make the same paths all the time. It's about 40 minutes. But I figured it's painted blue, so those letters should really pop. So we'll see how that turns out.
Cool.
So you're getting both of these in the download.
Nice. Okay, let's switch over to Jeremy. Jeremy, are you there?
I am here. Well, I don't know. It's gardening season here pretty quick, if it ever warms up. And we do raised bed gardens.
What do you mean, whatever? It was 84 degrees today. What are you talking about?
I have made these little garden signs for the plants. There's a 10-pack you're going to get. What do we got here? We got peas. We got beans, watermelon, tomatoes, peppers.
Lettuce. I like that. I like that idea of actually putting the fruit on there. I've made a lot of those with the names.
Cucumbers.
But never fruit before. I mean, vegetable.
And then there's green, there's bell peppers and squash that are on there running with another set of these because I could only get 8 on a sheet of plywood.
Where's the broccoli?
Where's the broccoli?
Come up with your own. If you have other vegetables, you feel free to go get clip art or draw a piece of broccoli or whatever and then put it on a stick.
Yeah, he's missing the turmeric. He's missing the broccoli.
Yeah, so there's all kinds of other stuff that you can do. But anyways, I just thought that was, and my wife loved them. I brought them in the house for her to look at them, and she was like, "Oh, thank you." I'm like, "No, you can't have them yet."
Yeah, I usually do those in acrylic.
I can't cut acrylic right now, so I also have a giveaway for tonight. And because you guys are liking this for the Lasermatic, I'm giving away this quick fit kit. Oops,
nice.
In the orange. So we're going to have a drawing for that. This is for the Lasermatic. It'll fit the Mark II early gen, the XW, all of it. This one will. You don't have to do any tools. Just set it on there and it'll go. Also, if you don't have one of those or if you want this one, this little guy is for the Lasermatic 10. The little itty-bitty diode, the 10-watt. That is finalized. It is done. And it has been approved by the guy that I made it for. And it says it fits like a glove. So if you want that, I will send that instead.
You can have either or.
Yeah. And then, one more thing.
Well, what if somebody has the Lasermatic 10 and the Lasermatic 20?
If they mention it in the email, then I guess we'll have to see what happens. So this is my logo. It is about 13, 14 inches long.
Nice.
It's 4 layers, including 3D printed insets right here. All this white, the letters, and then these letters down here are another color of 3D print.
Nice.
And it's all the colors on the wood that's behind me, stained as plywood. And it took me 4 days to get this done. And I made a video. It's a half-hour long, going through all this. It's came out today at 2:00.
Cool.
So if you want to check that video out, go to my YouTube channel, do that, and I show you how to make a 4-layered sign with 3D printing.
Nice. That'll be
and
one of my
lasers.
couch videos for tonight. I haven't seen that one yet.
So yeah, that's what I did today or this week.
Okay, so I'm just going to be taking care of the controls here for tonight. Like I said, I really can't keep getting up and down for the whole 60, 90 minutes.
Ooh, I do have one more thing to say.
What?
Pop, 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 pop. You're in our prayers. I've got you wrote down on my prayer list, and yeah, we're praying for you guys.
Yeah.
So I saw that in the chat
Jeremy.
go by.
Thank you, Jeremy. Jeremy's been sending prayers my way for a while now. Ed Patrick and the family.
For sure. Hey, and I did see somebody ask about putting the vinyl on the wood before you cut it. I don't cut vinyl with a laser because it can release chlorine gas, and I don't want to mess with that. So I don't cut vinyl with a laser.
Yeah, you don't want to
melt. It'll pull back. It'll heat up, melt, and pull back too. Just be ugly.
Yeah. Yeah. Plus, you'll gas yourself. You may not even see the final results.
Yeah.
Thanks, Larry.
So let me go over to the comment screen now that we've done our intros, and now we'll be able to see your comments.
Jerry, our pastor was doing the 10 Commandments, and I accidentally wore this shirt to the "Thou shalt not commit adultery" Sunday, and yeah, it was quite a hilarious service.
Larry's saying that he watched your video.
Yep, that's cool. Appreciate it.
Joe says, "Good to see you up and about, Rich." I've actually been up and about, but only in little spurts. For the last 2 weeks. Sharon says, "You're in my prayers." Thank you, Sharon. You can cut heat transfer vinyl. Yeah, but I wouldn't do it on a laser. I wouldn't cut any vinyl on a laser unless you have really serious fume extraction. I would do it with the micro fume extraction. Yeah, I would do it with that, but you have to do it fast too.
Yeah, that's with all the stipulations. That's why it's easier just to say don't do it. That way, people themselves in trouble.
Yeah, I agree. Mikey's saying, "Great video, Jeremy."
Thank you. Appreciate
it. That'll be on my couch video list for tonight. That one, and also the one that Patrick did, the interview that he did. Thank you, Pop Pop. You're in my prayers too, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Bob. I did get my my staples out on Wednesday, and it felt like I got bit by a bee 32 times.
Yeah.
The stitches weren't so bad. It was the staples that were bad.
I don't know if they were doing staples the last time I got stitches. I was just, 10 or 11, I think, maybe? No.
Well, no, I think it depends
18?
on the size of the incision determines whether they do. Like the surgery I had done in December, that one was just one big stitch. But this one is like 3 times the size. The chlorine liberated from vinyl or PVC will also destroy your laser. Yeah, it'll destroy your electronics in your laser for sure, Jerry.
I want to see the size of the teeth on the bees that bit you.
They were probably.
You said you got bit by a bee. Now I'm gonna have to go to Chat GPT and
Okay. I was
make
stung by.
it
Okay, it felt like being stung by a bee.
be.
Jesse says he
I-
just downloaded the files, and Jeremy has vegetable garden signs. Yeah, that's what they are.
Yep.
Something I didn't follow this conversation, so I don't know what the question is. But I looked. I can't find. Is there a text box for LightBurn? I'm not quite sure what that means, Kenny. Jack in the shop. Same files or different ones? I'm not sure. I'm not following the conversation here.
Yeah, I haven't been. I missed this. Been scrolling, so I haven't seen a lot of that.
Yeah, that's the only problem with the new software is that we can only see about 10 comments at a time. If the comments go too fast, we can't see them. So, Patrick's, it looks like it's going pretty well. Let's switch over to that real quick. That's a big
Yeah,
file.
I will say.
How much time is on that, Patrick?
Roughly 42 minutes.
Left?
And no,
Total?
total there is 36 minutes left.
Okay, cool. Cool veg signs, Pat says.
Yeah, those did look good. I like them.
You know, I never thought. I don't know if Jeremy heard me or not, but I never thought of doing the actual image of the plant or vegetable or whatever. I've always done. I do them for my wife out of acrylic, and I've always done like the name going down long ways on the side. Never thought of doing the. That's a good idea. Doing the image. Sharon says last time she had staples, they sent me home with a staple remover. I asked what I was supposed to do with that. Go to your doctor was the answer I got. Talk about freaked out. Yeah, well, the staples were semicircles, and when the remover that they used actually turned them into a W, like folded them out so that it instead of being like this, it popped out so they could pull it out, I guess.
There you go, Rich.
So, maybe I was bit by a bee.
You could have been.
I could have been. Look at that. There's a bee with teeth.
Yep.
Thumbs up, like for Jeremy.
So last year I have this bag of just all the circles and stuff that I've saved out of my cutouts. Bible school, vacation Bible school, stuff like that. They want stuff put on them for the kids. Well, I took a bunch of those circles, painted them green, stuck them to some sticks, and then laser engraved the name of the vegetable on it, and it was okay. But yeah, these are way better. You just get the actual vegetable on it.
Jimbo, if I'm right, if I understand what you're saying, is there some way of moving the mouse when you need just a little bit? I think if you're talking about moving the graphic, you can use your control key and your arrow key.
Yep.
And you can go into your settings and set that, as low as a 0.5 millimeter if you want.
I think that's what mine is. I think I got 0.5, 1, and 10 set up.
So the text field is a big capital A on the. Okay, I have no idea what you guys are talking about, so I better not get involved in this conversation. My wife used to remove staples, but they wouldn't let her remove mine. Yeah, no. My wife was worked at the hospital that we go to for, I don't know, 30-something years. And she was certified CRNI, so certified registered nurse intravenous. And they would never let her, when I was in the hospital, they would never let her start my IV. I wish they would have, though, because she was really good at it.
My wife started an IV for me once. They couldn't get it. She's a nuclear med tech and would administer the nuclear medicine for stress tests and stuff.
Yeah.
And they couldn't get my IV, so they let her do it. Like, she's pretty good.
If I would have gotten a central line or main line, then My wife would have had to have done it because she was the only one that did it at the hospital at the time. They used to call her in at 2 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes they'd call her in 3 times after a full day shift. So, Jeremy, on the veggie files, did you add the stick connected to the veggie plant or just separate stick you glued onto the veggies?
Yep.
I'm sure you welded them.
Yep, I welded the cut line in so it's all one piece. Last year, I took those circles and then cut some sticks and glued them on just because that's what I had. And then this year, I decided to do it this way. So, all one piece, no glue necessary.
Anybody know what Dingus Day is? We're going to Buffalo, New York, Monday. Buffalo is the capital of Dingus Day. Nope, never heard of it. Bob says, I love the detail Rich does in his design. Thanks, Bob. I'm going to work on that 2-layer cross. It's going to be fantastic when it's done. That was my first prototype, and I was on some heavy drugs. So,
Dingus Day is also known as Wet Monday, a fun and Polish American tradition. What do people do? Splash each other with water, lots of dancing, polka music, and parades. There you go.
Desert Flower says, thank you, Jeremy.
Yep.
And
make
Jerry
a bunch of
says,
these.
Wow, Rich, she's smart and a great cook. You won the lottery. Yes, that's for sure. My wife is my angel.
Make a lot of these kits, these little packs of these vegetable things, and go to the farmers markets and set up.
TJ says that he has $5,000 for one Galvo laser. Should I get 5-watt UV or 60-watt MOPA? I would that was my choice. I would get the 5-watt UV. What do you think?
I agree.
Okay, Patrick?
Yeah, probably UV.
Yeah.
Because you can mark on any material.
Yep.
Bob says those garden stakes are a must-have. Yeah, my wife actually loves hers because she usually forgets what's where in the greenhouse.
The only caveat is if you're wanting to do deep engravings on brass and steel and that kind of thing.
Oh, yeah, I guess it depends on all around, the 5-watt would be my pick.
Yeah.
But if I were doing 3D coins or something like that, then I'd have to go with the 60-watt.
Robert, I got this shirt on my trip down to see Rich last year at a Walmart down there. So that's where I bought my shirt from.
Crosses will be in the next live stream.
Yeah, I'll make sure that it's in the next live stream. Oh, yeah, your crosses. Sorry. Okay.
Yep, that'll be.
Yeah, I'll make sure mine is too, so that we get both of them in the next live stream. I assert that the veggies files should have names as well as pics. Pics are simply not universal. Like a carrot could be I don't know what that is, or I don't know what that is,
well,
or
that's
maybe something else.
Well, that's the cool thing about these files. You can change them, put your names in any font you want. You can do anything you want to them.
Yeah, all of our files. You can.
Some of these I like to leave generic so that you can do whatever you want with them and not, get stuck into whatever it is.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, even a Sharpie, you could write seedless on your watermelon stick and seeded on another one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whatever.
And Sharon says, I love the plant stakes, Jeremy. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Larry says,
my wife does too.
Rich, I believe we all have married way above our pay grade. I know I have. I know I wouldn't have been able to get through the last couple of months without her. So, Patrick, on your crosses, are they in the file? No, okay. So that's going to be in the next live stream. Well, that's already answered.
Yep.
Rich, I love your crosses also. Thank you. Bob says the best kind. Okay, so what Patrick is doing there is one of my favorite things to do, and like I told you earlier in the video, if you weren't here, if you laser engrave painted wood, then you can go ahead and acrylic paint fill it without having to use a mask on it. So this is true flat black. So basically, it's a wood grain look, like a picture on the front, and underneath it is MDF, and then just engrave away just the light, just the picture part, and then you can paint fill it up here with any color paint that you want, and give it a couple seconds to soak into the MDF, and then just wash off the rest, and it comes out looking great. this will probably be in the next live stream as well, the 10 Commandments, because I have a plan to do not only this but also the rock base and everything else.
So what do we got coming up?
idea.
We got
I like.
Mother's Day, Father's Day, and Memorial Day, right? Or Memorial Day. Okay.
Yep, that's what my crosses were aimed at, was Memorial Day.
Okay.
Rich, I like that 10 Commandments. I think I'd like to do that on a sheet of black acrylic.
Oh,
And you can actually set it outside as a decoration.
yeah, then you'd automatically
Ooh.
get the white color. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Patrick, can you quickly Hadnock wants to know what you're engraving.
Thank you, Desert Flowers. Appreciate it very much.
And the negative. Thank you very much.
Oh yeah, thanks so much.
By
the way, any donations that you guys make to the channel goes to Jeremy and Patrick to buy supplies. So we depend on those donations, even if it's $1. It helps offset the cost of doing these live streams. Thank you so much, Desert Flowers. Paul says Cinco de Mayo's coming up.
Okay.
Three Rusty Nails says, Patrick, where can I find the 400 millimeter lens profile for my 60 watt JPT MOPA?
You're going to have to make one.
Okay.
I have a 400 millimeter lens, and it's on a 120 watt, and I had to create it all from scratch because I've never saw anybody use 400 millimeter lenses.
Okay. Sharon is asking if I washed it with alcohol or just water. Sharon, all I did, that's probably why it stained a little bit when I was testing it, but I just used water. Ben says, glad to see you back. No pun intended. Thank you, Ben. Hopefully I'll be back for good in the next 1-2 weeks out. Right now, I have a hard time sitting for too long. And I know I won't make it through the whole stream tonight. So thank you, Ben. Pop says, I was working on the 10 Commandments on a slate slab. Oh, yeah. That's a great idea, Pop. That would be great.
Yeah.
And then you could score the outer part, the two slabs with the laser, run 10 or 11 passes on it, and then get some nippers and nip it off all the way around. It'll be perfect.
Jeffrey, don't worry about the power and speed settings that come with it. I don't know what this. I'm using this 2.0 beta thing that's out, and every time I turn it on or save something, it changes it. So you just have to get the settings that you use for your particular material and use those. Don't use any settings that ever come with my stuff because I don't know what's going on with it.
Yeah, nobody can ever give you settings because your material, your laser, everything's going to
probably like 333 and 80 or something like that. It's what it was the last time I turned it on.
Joe is asking, what did you use to etch the acrylic Holy Week sign? So that is this one here. I cut that blank out on the Eon Mira 5, and I engraved it on the Lasermatic 30.
Paul, when is that? What month and day is that? Are they doing that 150th birthday? Because I'm going to do something for that too, probably on one of these live streams.
Thank you for the donation.
Thank you.
Appreciate it greatly. I'm going to redo that. See if I
the
can
Army is June 14th. David says, I'm looking to buy my first CO2 laser, looking at the OhmTech K40. Any suggestions? I would save up some money and get something. I would never buy a K40 ever again.
So let me put me up full screen a minute there, Rich, if you can. So last year for Memorial Day, I did this multi-layered, easy, simple file for the live stream.
And that file's still available, by the way.
It is. It is.
On lasermakersrealm.com.
And if you want that plane, it's in the files sections on the Facebook pages because I changed it after.
Oh, okay.
Somebody told me it was a Russian Su-41 or something on there, so I changed it to the Warthog. But now I got to figure out what I'm going to do this year that's going to top this or be as equal to this. And I've been working on it for a month trying to figure out what I want to do.
So remember, folks, that everything that we do, there are tons and tons of files at lasermakersrealm.com. So you can just go back live stream after live stream after live stream, and you'll see the downloads right below the video. So Jack is backing me up here. I bought the K40. I would not do it again. Just a few months later, I got the big red 60 watt. Yeah.
Yeah, I will back that up too and say at least get 60 watts and a little bit bigger work area.
Yeah. Right now,
and there's bigger desktop ones out now too.
Yeah. I would say that before the U.S. stock runs out, right now you can get away without the tariffs. I would go look at the RM laser. So that is by far one of the nicest budget CO2s I've ever seen.
I think this one turned out better.
I
think that one looks pretty good.
Yeah. Let's see, Rich, when you engraved that acrylic on the 30, did you prep it with a no? I just left the paper on. So you don't have to prep clear acrylic on the diode laser. You just need to leave the paper on. If it doesn't have paper, then you need to mask it, or use the Actually, I wouldn't use tempera paint, only on glass. I would just mask the acrylic. But this had the masking on from the manufacturer, so all I did was run the job. It was it took a little doing to get get it to line up, the framing. But then I figured I was on drugs, so I didn't use the rubber band frame feature and just frame out the top part. Yeah, so. But there's no prep that needs to be done.
Yeah, put to heart. This is the giveaway tonight, the filter kit. So if you win it, you can have one. If not, you can go to my website, holdthelinecustoms.com, and it'll be in there. You can order one.
Okay, so the 4-5 live stream, I wasn't here, so I wasn't able to package up the files, but Patrick did put them somewhere.
I'm going to get the link and post it.
Okay, thank you. Patrick will put that link in there for you. Soak and raise. Soak and raise.
I just dropped the link for my website in the chat too, so that put the heart can.
Ed says, I got the Monport K40 back when Rich was doing stuff for them, and I have not used it once, but it is set up and still haven't turned it on. Well, yeah. I mean, I still have the K40. I have 2 of them, as a matter of fact. And, I'm happy that I didn't have to pay for either one. But it's just very... I'm not going to say it's a bad laser, but there's so much modifications you have to do to it, to get it to work right. You have to take out the bed and put in a jack stand so you can go up and down to focus it. And you only have an 8x11 area that you can work with, so it's just not worth it. Go for the bigger bed size, wait a little while, save up some more money. Steve Smith says that he gave his K40 paperweight away. Yeah, I think I'll probably be doing that soon to free up some space in the storage. Although mine is like brand new and I've done everything to it. I've got the air assist on it, and I've got the jack to go up and down so you can properly focus it and all that kind of good stuff. Oh, thank you, Patrick. So there is the link to the live stream files from the last live stream. Greg Wilson, Nature Photography, is asking where I got the light base. I bought those on Amazon, actually. Oh, no,
Yep.
wait a minute. Yeah. Bought them on Amazon. I bought two different kinds. This one that I've got here is the battery operated one, two AA batteries, and that's been running pretty much 16 hours a day for the last week on one
Oh,
set.
that's the same one I got.
Yeah, and then I also got a different one that has an onboard battery that you recharge with a USB-C. I also got that on Amazon.
I think I got a 8 or a 10 pack of those for like $24 off Amazon, just the bases.
Server can't be found.
I got 6 bases. I want to say it was like $10. It wasn't expensive.
Yeah, they were. It wasn't that bad. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was a dozen for that much. I don't remember. I got a whole bunch of them left though.
Oh no, I remember now. It's $2 a piece. So I got 6 of them for $12. Yeah.
So can just email me at sales@lightsource.pro and I'll send you the link. I'm not sure why it's not working.
Could be that little Jason mask that's in there.
Yeah, I'll send you the files directly.
Yeah, 2 people said it can't be found.
Well, that's why we changed things up. So,
Patrick, can you link to the WP content folder? I don't think so.
Is that what link it posted?
Yeah, that's the wrong link. You can't link to that folder.
I just copied the link to the clipboard.
Yeah, it's a protected folder.
Somebody just said they got a comm marker 200 watt fiber. I don't know. Was it Steve? Was it you on one of the Facebook pages, or was it somebody else?
Robert, I want to give you an opinion on Monport that covers every one of their products. Is that don't buy it because they have 0 tech support. So if something goes wrong, you're stuck on your own. So stay away from Monport. I don't know who. I don't think any of us have the comm marker 200 watt.
Mm-hmm. I don't have any comm marker stuff.
Rich is still on top of it.
On top of his chair for now,
on top of my chair, yeah, for not much longer. Finding issues and letting us know. Yeah, thanks, Jeffrey.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm very sorry that I partnered with them for that year that I did. Because the reason I stopped they were fine at first. I helped them launch that company, and then like 8-9 months out, they stopped answering support questions. Of course, I was answering the support questions. They stopped providing parts for parts that failed, and I was even paying for that out of my own pocket to keep people up and running. And I had to break my partnership with them because very bad business, to sell a $4,000 item to somebody and something simple goes wrong and it's a proprietary part and they can't get it, because support won't answer their emails or phone numbers. Why is it so hard to weld text to a border in LightBurn? I don't know why it would be hard to weld text to a border. Use the Boolean operator. That might help. So select the 2 and then press Control and the letter B and then try all the different ones. Maybe you're just picking the wrong one. I don't know. Joe says take a look at Heotan, whatever that is. The ocean. I never can pronounce it. It's Heotan or something like that. Yeah, they really do have good support.
Yeah, I just took one of my vegetable things and wrote the word text, moved it up so it intersected the line, hit the weld button, and it welded it right there.
Yeah, I mean, that shouldn't be a problem. He may be, try the Boolean operator. Lee says that's why I love Rolly, not just for their elegant machine, but for the tech support. Yes, I've only used it once, but Dimitri was a rock star. Leo as well. He's so helpful. Yes, Rolly Automation has the best tech support in the business, bar none.
Yeah. I get questions all the time about this filter kit, if it's backed by Lasermatic, if it's going to void the warranty or anything like that. And Leo picks up on that instantly and backs me up and says, yes, use it. It's not going to void the warranty. And they're actually coming out with something like this soon. I
Yes.
don't know when. Maybe he's just stalling to let me have a little more of the limelight. I don't know. That's cool, though. But
Rich, your video disappeared.
Yeah, I know. I have it on.
Okay.
I'm stretching.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, it's good to have that backup.
Yeah. So another thing, somebody on the forum for Rolly Automation made a post last year and said, "Hey, I can't fit this in my on my workbench because it's exhausting from the back." The next day Leo had a side exhaust panel made up for it. So, you just don't get support like that anywhere else.
Hotian, you'll be in good shape. Tech support is great. Their new 5-watt UV, if you're looking for a UV laser, is solid. Nice little compact unit.
Plus, they have US-based tech support too.
Yes.
Ed says, I'm having a hard time doing gold foil on leather. I can't get the text right. And, I've never done it.
I haven't either. Never touched the stuff.
Can't help you with that.
I can't afford it.
Too fancy for me. Yeah, exactly.
Wingnut says, will the tariffs hurt Rolly or Leo and the new Galvamatic? Yes, they will. We're hoping that, this is all going to be negotiated. What's going on right now is Trump's way of negotiating.
Yeah, it's getting close.
Yeah, I mean, he's about to fold. 2 out of every 5 businesses have closed in China in the last week, so he's going to fold. But Leo's also promised that anybody that pre-orders the Galvamatic, if the tariffs are still in effect by the time it comes time for shipping, the company will absorb that. You will still get it for the same price, delivered to your door.
That is awesome.
Yes, no matter what, even if he has to lose money. Thanks to Rich and Patrick at the time for recommending the Mark II XW. I got with all the accessories and love what it's capable of. Yeah, actually, any one of the lasers is absolutely outstanding for a diode laser. Mm-hmm. There's just nothing better.
It's unbelievable how often I turn to the Mark II XW versus using the CO2 laser with the extra capacity. So if the diode can do it, I normally use the diode.
And if you guys have been with us for a while, back 3 years ago or whatever, 2 years ago, when we first started this live stream, you never saw Patrick using a diode laser.
No, it was always the CO2 or fiber.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. V says no other company would absorb tariffs like that. It says a lot about Leo. Yeah, well, we discussed this at great length when we did the live stream before the live stream, and we knew that topic was going to come up. And Leo said, I will deliver what I promise. So even if they lose money.
I think that's it's called integrity.
Yes, it's integrity. Very few companies have that. I can tell you though, Rolly Automation, Eon Laser, Thunder Laser, Epilogue, those are the top for customer service.
Chinese companies in general get a bad rep, but
yes,
Rolly single-handedly could change the face of that reputation.
Yeah, and I can also tell you. Hang on 1 second. Sorry.
The Infinity Inline 6. That's super quiet, super powerful. That's done. And I don't even have it turned all the way up. It just sucks it out about 12 feet that way out the back of my building. And I can run 2 lasers at a time with it, so it's fine. It does what it needs to do. It's 400 CFM.
I'm sorry.
I think it's like $99 or something like that on Amazon. I think I paid $119 for mine.
Sorry, guys, but to continue my thought, RM Laser is also another company that stands behind their machines too. So they have great support.
I think what Bob means is he's got fat fingers.
Yeah. Yeah. Put
Yeah,
to
because he
heart.
said, "Hi guys, are my tech support," and then he said, "You guys are far fingers." I guess. I guess he just proved it with that second comment.
Put to heart's asking if Leo is a believer. I don't know. You'd have to ask him that. That topic never came up.
He believes in customer service. That we know.
That's for sure. He's a believer in customer service. And it's not only so much about customer service, it's engineering. So nothing gets past him. Nothing. I mean, I don't even think nobody works on the LightBurn Buddy program that, comes with the Galvo. And nobody. So it's all Leo. So he doesn't let any engineering get past him. So, he makes sure that everything is perfect before it goes to production.
Okay, got the last two. The bell peppers and the squash. Those are the last two out of the 10-pack. I had to get those done tonight. So plenty of room to write on here. Whatever
Wait,
you want to put on there.
Which one is which?
I don't know. I don't eat either one of them, so hard to tell.
I'm just teasing you.
That's a lie. I had peppers on my pizza tonight.
Richard says they have been in touch with him since he pre-ordered. I think they're going to reach out a couple of times during the final, beta program. That's another thing that's pretty cool too, is that everybody that's pre-ordering the beta. So if you order the beta model and the final model comes out later, you can swap it at no cost for the final model.
Yes, Desert Flowers, 3mm plywood.
I think I would probably use 5mm for that, though, Jeremy.
I didn't have any.
I know, but I'm just saying. I think I'd probably use the 5mm. I use the acrylic myself, but if you're going to use wood, I would use the 5 or 6mm wood, or 7, whatever.
Yeah, and honestly, if you want to keep them for a while and you want to use wood, I would probably try to use some 1/4-inch cedar. So it's naturally repellent to being in the ground and rain and stuff.
Yeah, cedar or cypress. Cypress can stay in the ground for 100 years.
Yep.
Jeffrey says 6mm acrylic. Yeah,
good.
That'll work perfectly.
I just recently lost the tube on the back of my CO2. Otherwise, I probably would have done acrylic too. I have some acrylic over there. So right now it's housing my Falcon 2 that I don't use.
Yeah, Bob, that's really when you're trying to type on a phone.
When you're not using the big tanks, they do make good storage spots.
Yeah.
Sharon says, I'm trying to make a jig to set in the bottom of the Mark II XW that will use the knobs for the rotary as their anchor points and have it the size of the workspace. Do you have any suggestions? Oh, that would be a tough one to answer in the live stream, Sharon. I don't even think I would do that. I do all my jigs on the honeycomb in a corner, from a corner out. It's easier.
It probably needs the depth for some reason.
Jack, that tube in Jeremy's laser was rarely used. It was, let's see, it probably had 4 hours on it when Jeremy picked it up.
Yeah,
and Jeremy hardly used it either. But I think it had a rough ride from here to Michigan.
Yeah, it was in a car hauling trailer from Rich's house over to the port, back down in Texas, and then all the way back up to Michigan. And then I lost heat in my shop, and it got down to 4 below outside. Yeah. And even though I had the antifreeze in it, I think it got cold enough that something happened to it between the two.
I really think it was the rough ride back.
Yeah, something shook loose in it. It never did cut right, but I got some stuff done with it, but it was always a little fuzzy and a little off. And I didn't know any better because I never had a CO2 before. And then it just quit working. So
Jeff says he bought the Omtech K40 with a Cow 5202, and I love it. I'm guessing that's a 50-watt tube or something. The tube was shot when I got it, and Omtech sold me one for $80. Very happy. I might gut my regular K40 with the LightBurn card. I don't know. I would stay away from K40s. I mean, first off, they're built. It's the worst built laser, using the worst, meteorology. Everything about it is horrible. Take a look at the timing gears on it and the way they're attached. You'll see what I'm talking about. Good evening, Bill. Yeah, a large bed K40, first off, I don't know of any large bed K40s. They have to be customized. But unless there's somebody out there making a large bed 40 watt, that wouldn't be a K40 though.
The Monport Onyx is it a 40 watt or is it 60?
I think it's 50, maybe.
I have one and I can't remember what it is. 55 watt.
Yeah. Kenny says
and actually
130
so
watt.
far it seems to be a pretty decent little CO2 laser.
Yeah.
I need to put it through a little more paces, but overall I like it.
Well, it's a GWE laser. It's not one of Monport's regular suppliers.
It's made by GWE.
Yeah.
That's the reason.
Yep.
But I'm gonna have a video coming out this week updating on it.
Sharon says, I need to have the honeycomb out. I'm engraving wide brimmed hats. So the honeycomb gets in the way. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you, Sharon. I don't know how I would address that. I don't know.
Okay, Sharon, take a little bit of like fingernail polish or paint, put it on the top of those little knobs, and then set whatever you're going to use, plywood or whatever, on it, and you'll get those marks, and you can drill the holes in it right where those pegs are, and then you can set it down over that.
Yeah. So I see you got an offset fill going on there, Patrick?
Nope, that's the line after the fill.
Oh, line after fill. Okay.
Yep, now we're doing the cut.
And Shellhopper says, well, I just pre-ordered the Galvamatic based on the promise that they will insulate me from tariffs. Anyone want to buy a used? Yeah. Yeah, so anyone that's pre-ordering, you will be insulated from the tariffs.
Well, how long does that pre-order go for?
Until it ends. So it's probably going to go on throughout the summer.
No problem, Sharon. See if that works for you. That's how we do that for setting the treated plate around a foundation. We just set it on top, line it up with our square, bang it with a hammer where the bolts come up through, and then drill a hole.
Oh, here comes the cut.
Yep, it'll do this cut of the circle and then a hole for mounting. It'll go up at the top. Although it should have done that first.
Autocorrect, CW5200 cooler. Okay. They are 3D printing larger bed kits now, like 20 by 24. I don't know how you wouldn't fit that into a K40, Jeff. It just doesn't fit. You only have this much space. So I don't know how you would get that in there. You'd have
is that like an upgrade? You're going to make it bigger and have to get bigger belts and everything for it? Is that what they're talking? I don't know.
Plus, you have to 3D print it and put it together.
Yeah. Oh, the 3D print, that's the mechanical bed that goes up and down. I've seen that. But you have to gut the inside of the machine to make that work. You have to take the power supply out and everything else. I don't even know what a mech pow is.
Did you see that? For some reason, my optimization settings didn't save, and it cut the outside circle before the inside.
Oh, really?
Huh.
It's the way it goes.
Yeah, I've been actually checking my optimization settings now ever since that started happening to me.
Yeah, I just double checked mine earlier today too for some. I had my outside cut the other day. Actually, a couple days ago, my outside cut first.
Yay!
Oh, that's gonna look nice.
So the reason why Patrick's wiping it instead of using a paintbrush or something or air is because it's painted wood. So
painted. Yes, it's painted. All right, let me finish cleaning that. Then I'll show it.
All right. What's the size of that sign, Patrick? It looks like it's almost 12 inches.
It is.
Yeah.
All right. Well, while Patrick is showing off his stuff, I'm going to step away for a minute. I have a big sneeze and a cough coming up, and I'm going to go take care of that.
Okay.
I just made that paper towel just a little damp so it would take off the rest of that crap.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Very nice. I like the blue color.
Yeah, it pops pretty nice. I like it too. And then it's got a little hole so you can hang it up.
You gonna bring that to work and hang it up?
I might have to do that. Have a little inspiration during the day. I can hang it up back here behind, maybe beside my clock.
Ed says, okay, see how those letters came out. How is that done? I don't know. I think Patrick just added another layer, if you mean.
But yeah, what do you mean there, Ed? And I'll try to explain.
What is a mech pow? I don't even know what that is. Everybody's talking about the mech pow. I think he's talking about the inverted letters, maybe when
I
you
did
added
a
that
negative
extra layer.
fill, so I added I added an extra line so I could get a negative of the letters. Oops, wrong way.
Kenny says, let's try this one more time. I want to be able to copy text such as a hymn into a text box. I don't know what a text box is. Like you would with Word into LightBurn. In other words, like word wrap. So do that. Right click on the text and click on edit text, and then you can do all the editing that you want in there. LightBurn doesn't have word wrap as of yet, just yet.
Yeah, the laser just basically removes the paint.
Yeah. Man, I sneezed so loud I scared the neighbor's dog into barking at.
What paint did you use on it, Patrick?
Rust-Oleum Ultra.
Okay, so I guess MePow is a cheap Chinese diode laser. Oh yeah, I have seen those. Okay.
Some of these laser companies are just on YouTube, and you go to try to look them up, and you can't find them until you go back to YouTube.
Yeah.
Or not YouTube, Facebook.
Okay, guys. I am going to step out because I've pretty much reached my limit of how long I can sit like this. And hopefully on the next live stream in 2 weeks, things are going to be better and I'll be able to actually run the project. I will have that cross finished, that 2-layer cross by then. And I'm going to say my goodbyes for tonight because I've got to get inside and get into the recliner.
Yep.
The pain is just a little bit too much for me right now. So I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. You guys have fun with the rest of the live stream.
All right. Take care, sir.
Okay. Thanks. Bye.
I'm going to go back to what Ed was asking there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I actually had to step outside the shop for that one.
Ed, so if I remove one of these, let me zoom in. If I remove one of these 3 lines, like this line here, or this one here, put it in line mode. So if I remove one of these 3 lines, it's going to get rid of the invert. So let me put it back to, actually, let me do this. I'm going to select that text, and then I'm going to put it back into field course. So if I hit Control D and duplicate this, it's going to get rid of that offset. And then let me Control Z. Or you can do an offset. Let's say we're going to do an offset, outer shapes only. And we're going to do outward, not outer shapes then. And we're going to do it outward. Then we can get another offset to get like the inverted look. So maybe play around with offsets and see if that helps.
Mm-hmm.
It gets you where you want to be. There, now we're back.
Yeah.
So, did that make any sense? I hope.
What time is it? 9,
10
10.
after 9.
You want to do the giveaways?
Sure.
If people are coming in late, which there's a few, we should remind them of what we're doing.
Of the giveaway?
Yeah.
All
You can
right.
go first.
Okay. I'll go first. I have 3 3D printed Laser Maker's Realm keychains to give away. Keychain, zipper pull, lanyard, ring, whatever you want to do with it.
Those are stinking awesome.
I mean, you could even make them Laser Maker Realm earrings. If you
There
want.
you go. I had somebody come to our show today and wanted me to take my earrings and turn them into a charm. And then they never came back to get them.
These turned out okay. I used a different white. I wish I would have used the cool white. And I might go back and remake them with the cool white. Let me show you the difference. So this is a nice bright yellow, but I use just a regular white. You can get my eyes out there. Come on. Of course. And it didn't turn out as nice. But this one, I didn't have a nice yellow, but I had the bright white. But you can see where I made the letters thicker and it turned out much better. So I think I might use this white, this one, and this yellow, and just redo it, make new ones. So we got 3 of those to give away.
Yep.
And then let's go to Jeremy.
So I decided that I want to give a Lasermatic Mark II filter kit away tonight. This is the quick fit. It just slips down on top. And you're going to get 4 filters in the little kit. And if you win and you have the first Mark 10, the little Lasermatic 10 watt, I now have the filter kit for that. And just whatever. Unfortunately, right now, it's the only laser I have it built for. I do have a couple other things in the works for some of the other lasers, but nobody wants them for those. So right now, it's just the Lasermatic. So I'm giving one of those away tonight.
Sweet. And you saw me create that scene earlier, right?
Yes, but I don't remember if we got it to work.
Oh, yeah, it was there ready to work, and now it's
Oh.
gone. So I'm going to have to just recreate it real quick.
Figures. Here, can anybody hear us?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're here. It didn't we have to add ourselves off screen.
Oh, okay.
All right. So whatever we just said, you lost it.
I have no idea. I don't remember.
I don't either. We were talking about the contrast on the keychains and make sure you have a Lasermatic before. Oh, yeah. Make sure you have a Lasermatic before you.
And yeah, the Gen 1, Gen 2, XW fits them all. So. And then obviously the little black one is for the
No,
The
I can fix that.
Lasermatic 10.
Hold on. You'll hear nothing for just a moment. All right. Now I bet you can hear us, but you can't see us.
Yeah. I
That
did
should-
make one for the X Tool F1. I'm not sure if it's the same. It was a little different. But honestly, I never heard back from the guy that I sent it to if it fits or if he liked it or not. So, not quite sure.
It will not fit the Galvamatic. The Galvamatic will not need a filter.
Nope. I'm out of a job with that one.
Yep. I'm sure you'll come up with something else.
I'll figure something out for that one.
All right. I'm going to give you, let's see, everybody's probably entered that wants one. I'll give you 1 more minute.
Yeah, I haven't seen any hashtag filters pop up in a while. By all means, reach out to me. I will design a filter housing for your filter. It's going to be a little bit more for the design work, but you'll be integral with working with me. I just did that for this Mark 10 for the Lasermatic 10, back and forth. And then the guy actually sent me the module in the mail so that I could actually get a proper fit. And boy, is it nice.
All right.
But it
Our
took
minute is
a
up.
week and a half to make it.
Here we go.
Yes, it fits the 20 and the 30 watt. They're the same size.
Okay. Start giveaway. Why isn't it working? Oh my gosh, stupid thing. It won't start.
No, Sharon, I did not because I do not have any of the specs on that machine. I don't even know what it looks like. I've never even looked at one of those.
For some reason, this is not wanting to work.
Yeah, Patrick, you have to start the raffle.
I know. Yeah, it won't start. I'm hitting start. It's not wanting to work. Hold on. Let me read.
I'm not sure if it's for the F1 Ultra or the F1. They might be the exact same, but I'm not sure if they've changed anything. Because the one I made was for the F1. Uh-oh.
Yep, I don't know what's going on. It is not wanting to collect comments today.
Uh-oh.
Can somebody type hashtag filter and see if it picks it up again?
Add yourself as a speaker. How do I add myself as a speaker?
What are you talking about?
Rich just messaged me and said, no sound on the raffle. Add yourself as a speaker. Oh, you must have fixed it already. My phone's late.
Okay. Hashtag filter. All right, thank you. And then I'm going back to the giveaway.
Click start on the raffle.
Yep, it's not letting me click start for some reason.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He sent 7 of those. He must really mean it. Also, if you see anything on any of the 3D print sites, like Thangs, Printables, Thingiverse, all that kind of stuff, with this filter kit on there, it's not mine. It's a copy, a fake, or whatever. because I have not uploaded mine to anything.
Yay, we fixed it.
Oh, sweet.
All right, I got it figured out. And go. Had enough okay is the winner.
Awesome. I will post in the comments my email, and you can email me your information.
All right, for the keychains, we're going to draw 3. Hashtag LMR in the comments. Or just LMR. It'll pick up LMR. Hey, it's picking them up. Yay.
I buy my filter material in bulk and actually cut it on the Lasermatic 30, the Mark II. So it's precision cut to fit inside of my filters, my little kits. No scissor work or knife work here. I'd cut a straight line with a skill saw all day long, but you give me a pair of scissors, you might as well fire me right now.
I can do okay with scissors. Skill saw, it just depends. It depends on my mood, I guess. But it's cool that you're using a laser for those precision cuts.
Yep. It's MERV 6 on the filter level. I started with an 8, and I noticed that the heat coming out of the bottom was a little more than I wanted. It wasn't hurting it any, but I wanted it to cool down faster, so I worked my way down to a MERV 6 and a washable, reusable filter material, and it works just fine. I haven't cleaned or taken off the fan to clean my fan out since last November when I developed this thing and did all the testing on it. So you figure out how many months that is. I just blow it out with air compressor when I'm cleaning my lens, and it's good to go.
All right, we're collecting entries. Finally got it working. It was just being a little bit cranky. And 74 entries so far. Okay, cool. We're rolling. So about a 1 in 25 chance in winning at the moment. We'll give this a couple more minutes. We are at 76.
Yeah, shell hopper, that works great. I do the same thing. I mark my black cardboard boxes with my logo. I mark my black bags for the shows with my logo and my information. I mark PMags, black plastic bins, my PLA prints, all that stuff with the fiber laser. It works great. Cool, Andy. That's awesome. I thought about marking the filter kits, but
Definitely pop. We will keep your wife in our prayers.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, Joe. I do plan on doing new UV videos. I have a lot of videos planned. I just haven't had time to get to them. This week I'm going to have time, so I hope to have 2 or 3 done by the end of the week. All right, I'm going to check again. All right, we're at 79. Our 2 minutes are up. It's now 9:25, so I'm going to start this giveaway.
Do it.
Gregory is our first winner, and I just posted in the comments email address. So email me and let me know you want a keychain with your address, and I'll get that out to you.
Cool.
All right, we got 2 more to do. Oh, I just saw Kenny's name go by.
Uh-oh. Way to go,
Turn
Andy.
that volume down a little bit. Seems a little loud. Andy H., you are winner number 2. And here comes winner number 3. Congratulations, Kevin, winner number 3.
Cool. Congratulations, everybody. Awesome.
All right. Well, that wasn't too bad. Got it figured out.
Yeah. It's all right.
Yeah. Would anybody basically make a donation to the channel and buy one of these keychains? Because if so, I might put it up on my store and then split the profit with Jeremy as channel donations. So whatever was
cool.
left over after shipping, that would I might just put them up there, have them up by next live stream. But it'd just be basically a small donation, and then you get a keychain.
Well, that's a cool idea. Appreciate that.
Yeah, I was just thinking of that. Like that might be something to do.
Yeah, I've run in. I got 2 packs of plywood from 2 different companies, and they're both trash. They came in both the exact won't engrave. This engrave only happened on these because I have clear coat on it before I did anything with it. Let it dry, sanded it back down. If I didn't do that, it won't engrave. I don't know what's going on, but I've got $130 of plywood, and it's all trash.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, so that's why I was trying to figure out what I could make little, because it's all warped and everything. And then this sign, you want to put me back up on full screen a minute?
Yeah, and Jeremy, yeah, I did have to fiddle with the power just to get it to take off the paint and leave the wood.
Oh, yes.
And then I decided that I actually liked it darker, so I upped the power and had it, for this last one, I had it take off the paint and some of the wood. So it actually did a little bit of an engrave as well.
Thank you, Dwayne. Appreciate it.
Dwayne, thank you very much. Character bowing down saying thank you. Got
it. So this plywood has the stain colors. There's 3 layers of plywood and then a layer of 3D print, the white lettering, everything white. And then these letters down here are inlaid in at a 5.5 millimeter height. So it looks like it sticks out above. It's hard to show it on camera, but anyways, this plywood is so crooked that I decided to do a layered thing with it just to straighten it out when I glued it. And I held it down flat with something heavy. So when the glue dried, it glued straight. So I got to be creative and find out what I can do with stuff. Holy cow. Joe, thank you. Desert Flowers,
Dwayne,
thank you.
Dwayne Joe Desert Flowers. Yes. Thank you so much. And I am getting those in queue.
Oh, tomorrow's Kevin's birthday, so he's got a birthday present coming. That's cool.
Happy birthday. Larry, for that, it was spray paint. And for that one, I used the Rust-Oleum Ultra, and I did one thick coat. But you can always do, a couple coats to get it into the finer cracks and crevices of the wood.
Thank you, Janine. Appreciate it.
Okay, so who was this one for?
Who's what one for?
This is for Dwayne.
Oh.
And if you guys want any of these pairs, email me, sales@lightsource.pro, and I will attach them and send them to you.
Oh, that was cool. A little neon.
Yeah, I like it. That's really cool. All right, let's see what we got here.
You're welcome, Jerry.
Buddy. Oh, we got another one. Okay.
Bob, Joe, guys, we do this because we have a passion for this kind of stuff. So it's fun to see the community grow. Checking it now.
Nope. It was already up there. Here is our pair rolling on the floor laughing. And that was a good one, too. I like how it's keeping with the confetti and the same look of the pair. It's doing a good job. And I guess I'll just leave it full screen for another minute. Nope, we'll take it out.
Oh, come on. Why do you do that?
Okay, almost ready. And the next one was for Desert Flowers. And here we go.
Okay, had enough. Okay, I just responded back.
Keep it up. That's another good one. I like this futuristic theme.
Oh, is that what that is? A futuristic?
Yeah, I asked it to do futuristic. And with like neon bright colors.
Bob, I will have to check. I'm not sure if I put that one on there or not. I forget what's on my website already.
Oh, and I have one for Janine. So let's see how this one turns out.
If you go back to last year, Bob, around April, May-ish, and look at the live streams, it's free in the file downloads if you want it.
Janine, thank you for your donation. We appreciate
it. Hats off. That's right. Off.
That one was good. I like it. All right, we are at our 9:30, past our 9:30 cutoff. So any last questions or anything you want to ask us or have us address, or any comments or smart remarks, get them in now before we cut this off.
Yeah, we're 5 minutes overdue, so make it quick. Definitely the Hoatian 5-watt UV.
Yep.
I've seen about a half a dozen videos on the com marker, and then gone into their pages where they're complaining about it, not doing things around the edges all the way like that need to be done. If the power fades out too quick, from what I've been reading and hearing.
Yeah, you're not getting the full work size.
Right. Thank you, David. Appreciate that.
Let's see.
David gets a pair, but you're gonna have to make one up.
Okay.
Do
We'll
do a pair rollerblading for David. I don't know if he
Is
likes
David
that
a ro-
stuff or not. I have no
Is
idea.
David a rollerblader? Oh,
It's the
okay.
first thing that came into my head. Don't know why.
TJ, I'm going to pull up a picture here for you. Like if I can get it up here. There we go. Me auto and full screen. This is the new OTN 5-watt UV. So that's how it looks.
Amen, Joe. Amen. Appreciate that.
So it's an all-in-one, but it still has the full tower and plate of your regular split units. Let's see if I go the right way, and there it is from the other angle. And that's basically made like the one I have, other than the power supply and the little boxes attached, and it's about a third of the size.
Yeah, with technology advancing as fast and as far as it is, it's only going to get more powerful in a smaller package. Yes, I am not set up for donations through my YouTube channel. I barely just got to 1,000 subs, but I need, I think, 4,000 watch hours, and I've only got like 2,600 for a year. So I don't know. I'm not really expecting much out of it. Nothing on anybody. I'm just don't put that out the wrong. Don't get that out the wrong way. I don't have a lot of videos out, so.
Thank you, Doug Willis. Appreciate it. I should have more videos out, and I've been slacking.
Yeah, me too.
For a million various reasons. I'm trying to get this week. I'm going to be having more content out.
I did 2 this week. One came out today at 2:00 on that sign, and then I did one on the 3D printed air freshener faces.
TJ, that's the new model. They might not have the pictures updated on the website.
Yeah.
I will ask someone on the HOTN team about that.
Thank you, Doug. Appreciate it. Those little 5-watt UVs, the work area is with 150 millimeter lens. That's the 6" by 6", isn't it?
Yes.
That's about as max as you can.
Yeah. I've used the 300 with it, and I've done some things. I did that skull with the 300, so I could get around some of the curves.
Okay.
And it still was able to mark.
200 are probably better though for a little bit size and better power consumption.
Yep. That's what I was going to say. 200 is probably the sweet spot balance of power and.
Doug Willis just gave us one too, so if you want to give him a weird pair.
Okay, here is the one for David. I can remember who this one is for because
it's rollerblading.
It's right there on the screen. Thank you, David. Appreciate it. Oh, and Doug sent one. All right, we'll get his too.
You should put that one, put his pair riding a dirt bike. I just want to see a pair ride a dirt bike.
Okay.
I don't know how they're going to do it.
This latest version of ChatGPT is doing so much better with text and graphics.
Cutting in at an angle. Need more information than that, Tim. What kind of laser? What's the laser?
Thank you, Desert Flowers. Have a good night.
Bye. Appreciate it. Tim, another thing to do, post your question in the LMR Facebook page and LA Hobby Guy Facebook page. Put pictures in, put your machine, all of the stuff that you need in there. I'm sure you'll get quite a few helpful tips and hints.
Darn it, I did it again. I was wanting to go through the Laser Makers Realm Facebook page and show some of the stuff that people had made and totally blanked again. Okay, next live stream, somebody remind me to do that.
Okay. Dwayne, I'm using Tinkercad right now, and I'm thinking about getting into plasticity. I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos on plasticity, and I think I'm going to try to get into learning how to use that one. I've been trying to use CAD for 40 years, and it's just beyond me. Oh, there you go. Look at that. There you go, Doug. You're on a dirt bike.
That did a pretty darn good job.
Yeah, it did.
Jerry, I totally forgot about those dog pictures. I've got this new 3D AI that does a conversion that I'm supposed to be reviewing to do a video, and I was going to use your dog pictures, and I haven't got to it. I apologize. I do apologize for that. But thank you for being a Patreon member. I do appreciate that very much. But it's on my list, I promise. Sometimes I just want to create a new list and start over. It seems like I have trouble marking stuff off of that stupid list.
Well, I think maybe we ought to wind it down, huh?
Yep, I think we're good to go.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, everyone. Without you all, there's no live stream.
Exactly.
So thank you so much for being here. We enjoy it and appreciate you very much. It's hard to convey how much we do appreciate having our loyal audience. So thanks again.
Yeah. Happy Easter,
Have a
everybody.
happy Easter, and we will catch you in the next one in 2 weeks. So mark your calendars, and we'll see you then. Have a good night.
Bye, everybody.